All right. We are at 5:05 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States of America. Hey, y'all. I'm Justin Bondietti. I'm a Grant Cardone licensee, and I like going live and just bringing you some information. I read somewhere today that it's ill advised to go live more than once a day because you might overwhelm some people. You might give them too much to look at, too much to think about. I don't know what they mean by overwhelm. But here's the thing that I'm thinking, and here's why I'm doing this, is that there's people out there that I know could use this information. This information helped me get out of a tough spot in life, helped me get to a point where I feel pretty good about where I'm at in life, and I'm able to help others. And here's the thing is, I want to keep giving. I'm going to keep giving and giving and giving in the hopes that this information helps somebody. So whether or not you agree of how many times you should be going live in a day or what you should be doing, here's the thing is I'm going to keep trying to give people information that I think will improve their lives, will help them if they're a salesperson, a business person, things like that. If you encounter objections, if you need to help get your ideas across, you want to go reach your goals, you want to do big things in life. I follow Grant Cardone. I've used his material, his training material. It is come in handy so many times in so many places in my life that I didn't even think about. And I'd like to just keep giving you all this information. All right. So if you are good with that, if you like this information, please let me know. Give me a comment, direct message me, something. Let me know. But here we go. Today, 5:05. It's now 5:06. I've been kind of running my mouth for a minute. 5:06, end of day on the East Coast. We're getting towards the end of the day for those folks that are in the sales profession. I mean, unless you're like car sales or something, you're on the lot till 10 p.m. or something, right? But hey, some of the folks are getting to the end of the day. We got insurance guys, insurance folks that sell by the phone and they have appointments coming in. They're probably getting to the end of the day, things like that, right? Okay, so end of day, I think about closes. I want to close down some deals. So I'm going to bring you a close. I'm going to do the spouse stall close number 1. There's 4 of them from Grant Cardone. There's 4 of them, and they can all be found in this book right here, Closer Survival Guide. It's a great book. I recommend you get the one in print so you can just pick it up anytime you want and go through it. I have tons of things on my phone, digital, stored on hard drives, in the cloud, things like that, Kindle books. I have so many of them, and I forget about them. I don't see them. But these books I have here and all around me here, I surround myself, my environment with knowledge that I want to put into my head that I use regularly, reference back to those books. All right. So I love having the physical book so I can pick it up. I can open it. I can see it. I can see it on my desk behind me here. And I go, oh, yeah, I still need to read that piece. I need to go back to that chapter and take a look at it. All right. So this one's spouse stall close 1. We're going to talk about it just for a minute. We're going to talk about when would you use a spouse stall close? Is it only for spouses? No, it's not. Spouse stall close is for somebody that's trying to stall you because they need to talk to somebody else. They're saying, oh, I'm not the decision maker. I can't make a decision. Yeah, I need to think about it. I need to talk to somebody else. Usually you're going to get this in a in-person sales environment. They're sitting across the table from you. They're buying a motorcycle, a car, a jet ski. They're buying a cell phone. They're doing something, right? And they're going to be like, yeah, this is great, but I need to think about it. I need to talk to my wife, my significant other, my mom, my dad, somebody. Got to talk to somebody about it before I say yes. But here's the thing: is they're not walking up and leaving. So they're still interested. They're still like, man, I really want this, but I'm not certain. I'm not certain. Okay, so there's something they're not certain about. So when somebody's trying to stall you in the close, and they're saying, I need to talk to somebody else. I need to think about it. We've got to figure out what is it they're not certain on. Because most people, they just want to be nice. They don't want to be like, hey man, I really don't like this thing, this piece of it, or I wish you could change that. Or maybe they want the higher price product, but they're just having doubts. Right? And they need some help making a decision. So the spouse stall close is to help somebody make a decision, helping you, the salesperson, uncover what it is they're uncertain about and helping them realize, is that something that I need to be concerned about, or can I go ahead and make a decision and get this going? And I don't have to worry about it anymore. I don't have to think about it. I'm going to feel so much better once it's actually done. Okay, so spouse stall close. Here's how it goes. The person, the customer, the buyer says, hey, I need to think about it. I got to talk to my husband, my wife, my significant other. Okay, absolutely. First step, agree. 100%. I wouldn't expect you to do business with me without talking to them first. Let me ask you, what if they say no? They're going to come back and say one or two things. They're either going to say, oh yeah, he's not going to say that. He's not going to say no. And here's a little tidbit of information from Grant is Grant says women are more likely to buy without their husbands than the other way around. So this is a great one. And you get the buyer psychology stuff, all that, but he's just saying in his experience, wives tend to buy things without their husband more than the other way around. So just keep that in the back of your head. But what if your wife says no? What if your husband says no? Oh no, they're not going to say no. Great, sign right here and here. Or great, Visa, MasterCard, American Express. Right? You want to go ahead. They're like, hey, they're not going to say no. We're going to do this. Great, let's do it then. Okay, just go for it. Be confident. All right. So what if they say, oh yeah, you ask them, hey, what if they say no? And they're going to say, we're not going to buy it then. Okay, absolutely, totally get that. So let me ask you, would they say no to the product or the money? And here's where the person that you're talking to, the buyer, could say, I don't really know. I don't know what they'd say no to. Okay, again, always agree. Absolutely get that. It'd be hard to know what they're thinking, right, without talking to them. But if you had to guess, what would it be? Would it be something about the product, or would it be something about the money? And if they're like, oh, I don't think this is the right product, or I think they are not sure about if I should get this product. Okay, if it's the product, you're going to ask them, well, what would you suggest? What would you suggest? And see what they say. You don't know what they're going to say, but here's what you do need to know: is that whatever they do say, it's their own objection. It's their own internal thinking. It's not the other person. It's not the other party, right? Because they haven't talked to them yet. Now, of course, you've been married to somebody a long time. You've been living with somebody a long time. You get in a place where you almost know what the other person is going to say. You know what they're thinking. But as a salesperson, you know that as well. So what would they say, right? What would they say? What would you suggest? And if they come back and say, I'm not really sure. Great. Which part of it are you not sure about? Which part of the product are you not sure about? Is there a feature we're missing? Is there something we're missing? Is there something that is there another product you would consider? We talked about yesterday, I talked about the inventory close. This would be a good time to go ahead and transition to that inventory close and start trying to identify if we're even on the right product. Because that might be the issue. All right. Rebecca, hey, glad to have you on here. Appreciate you jumping on real quick, checking it out. All right, so talk about that. We talk about the product. Now let's say, okay, well, they probably say no to the money. Oh, great, absolutely. So if they say no to the money, is it going to be the price, the terms, the overall payments? Like what part of the money would they want to change? Do you think that they would want to change? Would want to look at, maybe adjust? Most people buy on payments. So most people might be thinking, man, I really wish this was right under $300 a month. Instead, it's like $350. So now we know what's going on, right? So we're trying to dig in and figure out, hey, is this a legitimate concern or not? Hey, Steven, what's up, man? Steven out in Arizona. Appreciate you jumping on. Appreciate you throwing me some comments, wave at some people here. All right. So if it's the money, now we know, okay, this is an internal objection that they have that they hadn't voiced. They were trying to stall you by pointing at somebody else and saying, hey, I need to go talk to somebody. But now we know that their real concern is it has to do something with the money. So the terms, the payments, the overall price, something. Maybe it's a down payment. Maybe it's the time frame of their first payment. We don't know, right? So then we got to start digging into that. Okay. All right. So let's assume that they're like, oh no, we're going to do this. Absolutely. But we're not right now. They give you another stall. Not right now. Later. tomorrow, another day. I'll be back in 5 minutes, right? Absolutely. Hey, so here's what you're going to do is you're going to transition to a close called subject to the spouse's approval. Hey, go ahead and give me your signature right here, subject to your spouse's approval. Because that's going to put them on the spot. Now they're on the, it's going to put them on the spot. They still have, obviously they still have a way to like kind of, give you some more objections, things like that, right? But you're forcing a decision on them. Like, hey, do you want this? Is this the right product, the right price? Is everything right? If everything's right and all we got to do is talk to your spouse and make sure they're good with it, go ahead and give me a signature right here and we'll get it ready. We'll get it started. We'll get it prepped. We'll take it off the shelf, put it in the back for you, just subject to your spouse's approval. All right. Because here's the thing, even me, I have mad decision reluctance sometimes. I do, because even though I know it's the right product, I do business with people. Rebecca Kramer, she runs the Loud marketing agency out of Canada, and she does business like everywhere. She's awesome. She's amazing. You should go follow her, Rebecca Kramer. I think her handle is Kramer Says on Instagram. I know she can help me. I do business with her because I know she can help me. But even though I know that and I see her everywhere, sometimes I'm like, man, will it work for me? Is this the right decision? And I need to have somebody confidently tell me this is what we need to do. So same thing with your customers. They need somebody to be confident. But I don't want you to be confident. If you're the salesperson, look, I am not telling you to push a decision or fake being confident. What I am telling you to do is once you get to this point, you should already know that this is the right product. You're the right person to do business with. You're definitely going to be able to service them and help them. And like your company is going to stand behind this commitment. There should be no question that this is the right deal for them. If it is in your mind as a salesperson, then you've missed something and you need to go back and figure out what you've missed and solve that. But if all that's answered, all that you're confident, this is it. Be that confident person, help them make a decision because they might be getting in their own way for no reason at all. All right. So, hey, we kind of went deep on that spouse stall close one, the first one, but I just wanted to give you that flow. So here's what you can do before you go to bed tonight. Write down exactly what you're going to say, what the buyer's going to say. Just think of if you were the buyer and you were in their situation, what would you say? Hey, I got to think about it. I got to talk to my spouse. I got to talk to my grandma. I got to talk to my cousin. I got to talk to somebody else, my CPA, my lawyer, whoever, I don't know, right? Got to talk to somebody else. What are you going to say? If you don't remember right now, this video is going to be on LinkedIn, Facebook, everywhere, YouTube. Go back, rewatch it. Write down verbatim what you're going to say. Work it out for your situation. Identify what objections you're going to get. Identify how you're going to lock down this close. All right. Such as saying, hey, sign here and here. Let me get your okay here and here. Hey, is that going to be a Visa, MasterCard, or American Express? All right. That's asking for to close the deal right there. Okay. So identify how you're going to do that. Practice it. All you got to do tonight is write it down. And then tomorrow, when you get up, practice it, rehearse it, drill it. Don't wait till tomorrow to try to figure it out and write it down. Do it tonight, go to bed, get up tomorrow, get some coffee, whatever you do, and drill this close, okay? All right, y'all. Hey, I'm Justin Bondietti. I'm a Grant Cardone licensee. I love jumping on here and I love to get your feedback. I appreciate all those that jumped on and gave me a high five and things like that, some comments. Hopefully I helped you out with something today. Hopefully you can take this and make some money. If not tonight, tomorrow. I don't do this because I want you to make money 6 months from now. I want you to make money right now. Provide for your family. All right, y'all. Have a great night.